Is this the end of woke?
Has decided to change their culture. Uh-oh.
Alphabet CEO Sundar Pichai announcing this big company reorganization in a new memo, consolidating teams to help develop AI products more quickly. But he also hinted at a new type of workplace culture for Google. Deirdre Bosa has the details in today's Tech Check. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Carl, good morning. So let me give you a bit of context. Google has really been the poster child of cuddly tech culture, kombucha on tap, masseuses on staff. That's the softer side of it. But also, for many years, it tolerated an openness for employees to bring social, political causes to work, mix ethics and business. Its founding mantra, even in a biggest...
Because it never conflicted with their money. That's the reason why they did it. It never got in the way of the money.
It's even hard to say that this is because of the money, because when you look at, for example, Disney, they have lost more than 2 billion, the big B, billion last year. And they're still doubling down on all of this woke nonsense and BS. They don't care. So I really don't know if Google is actually thinking about the money, because Google is the money printer. The Fed starts every day knocking at Google's doors and asking them, can you please share how you're printing money? Because that's just how Google operates. I wonder what this really is. And what really this has come about because of. Maybe it's Google's AI? But that's kind of hard to believe, because Google has multiple AIs that have been anti-woke, and then they shut down those AIs because every AI you make is somehow magically anti-woke, which is very strange if you ask me.
Example of this, don't be evil. But we are increasingly seeing a tougher Google and a tougher Sundar Pichai at the top, necessitated perhaps by this increasingly competitive race in AI. Pichai just sent a note to employees.
It's got nothing to do with AI. It's got to do with the fact that, well, actually it does have to do with AI. That's actually not true. I think she's right. But I don't know if it's for the same reason that I'm thinking of. I think the reason why is because in order to be successful with using AI, you have to be unethical. And in order to do that, you don't want to have...
Woke is already unethical. That doesn't make sense. Woke is one of the most unethical things ever, and anti-logical things ever.
Have a business full of conscientious objectors. You don't want to have a business full of complainers. So... And also, like, they're doing business with, like, these companies or these countries, like, offering, like, helping, like, the Israeli military. Yeah, people are going to get pissed. And so it's not in their best interest financially to care about social issues right now.
They actually already fired a group of people at Google who made a protest or whatever in the headquarters of Google about supporting Israel or something like that. And all of them got promptly fired, which is hilarious, by the way. Yeah, this is not gonna slide now. And I don't know, by the way, is this good? Because Sundar Pichai is... Well, I can't... By the way, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say his name. Because this is, by the way, confirmed. The previous CEO of this company, aka... what was Sai Zand V, you know her? If you said her name aloud in a video, the algorithm found it, and if it was negative, it buried the video. And this was proven, by the way. Any video that has said her name out loud, and it was in a negative constant, got just absolutely buried. Which is, I don't know if it's still a thing, but yeah. And man, I hate all of these people so much. Suze and V, you know her? Man, she was one of the worst. She got her position literally because she was a woman. She was an activist first and foremost, and she was one of the most deplorable and hateable people in the universe. AKA, she was one of those people who thought she's better than all of us. She thought she's smarter, she thought she knows better what you need in life, what I need in life, and what's important in life. There's a video that you can literally still find that she says, and one day I was like, oh my god, this is happening in the world, this is important. And people are not talking about it, how can this be? And that's where they started altering search results, even if you didn't care about something. She just chose what you're gonna see on YouTube because she knew what's best for you. God, I hate these people. I absolutely hate them. And you know what's the funniest part? All of these people are always completely one insane, two completely stupid. I mean, we're talking about a multimillionaire that claims that she knows what's best for you in your life, what's important and what's not important, and yet her kid ODs. Yeah, and I think that's good. I hope she learned a lesson. I hope she suffers even more in life than just her kid ODing, because she deserves the worst. Imagine, you're a literal multi-millionaire with more access to any resource that you want than anyone else, and at the same time you think that you're so better than everyone else, but your kid ODs because you can't even parent properly. And this person is gonna tell me what is important? Bro, how about you don't off your kid? How about you learn the most basic things about being a parent? Instead of trying to tell me what's important in life. And I don't think this guy is going to be a lot better. He's one of the people who did I don't remember what he did, but it was pretty shitty things already on the platform. So yeah, this is kind of something else.
And so they just don't.
Outlining how he is going to streamline the business to simplify structure, improve velocity and execution. But the most interesting part of his memo that came at the end of it, he wrote, and I'm quoting him here, "This is a business, not a place to act in a way that disrupts coworkers or makes them feel unsafe, to attempt to use the company as a personal platform or fight over disruptive issues or debate politics." And guys,
and that's what the guy, the CEO of Google, said. And do you want to know why he said that? Because them doing that is causing him to lose money. That's the only reason. I hope this is a wake-up call and a reality check for all of these people that actually think any of these Silicon Valley, any of these companies that exist for the sole purpose of making money, actually care about your little pet social issue.
Bruh, the people who unironically think that Google cares about any social issue are insane. The people who own Google and invest in Google, they want you to care about these things, but they themselves will never care about these things. If a company ever tells you it cares about something, typically it's a lie.
They don't give a fuck about that. They just want to make money. And because you're so stupid and you're so fixated on these little social issues, they know that if they use those social issues, they can hoodwink you.
I mean, Israel's starting World War III because why not? This, I would argue, a pretty big social issue, not a small one, but you know.
Into giving them money. And that's why they do it.
this was a not-so-veiled nod.
They never cared. This was always their policy. It's just that it didn't need to be until now.
What happened earlier this week, a group of Google employees, they staged a sit-in across a number of Google offices.
Yeah, this is the guy. Yeah, this is the story. They got fired,
including one literally inside of Cloud CEO Thomas Kurian's office at headquarters. They were protesting a more than $1 billion Israeli government cloud contract. But instead of hearing them out or dropping the contract like Google did back in 2018 with the Pentagon AI contract in response to employee blowback, Google instead nearly immediately fired nearly 30 of the employees involved in
that.
And
I bet all the rest of them stopped doing that shit. You think they actually gave a fuck about Israel or about Palestinians?
Nah, obviously not.
Bro, some people today are so stupid. It's sad. Where do they come from?
Sit-in and Pichai's memo now underscoring this point that this is
America. They come from America.
a business, i.e. don't bring your social causes to work.
That's right.
Unironically, outside of America, you know what's the most popular belief? It's not that, oh, I hope this stops. It's that, can they, like, you know, kill more of each other, please? That's great, thank you. Yeah, that is pretty much the most predominant view outside of America. Now, on the internet, I never said this. I'm just making stuff up. And, you know, that was a joke. You know how it works.
A departure of the Google we've known for the last few decades. To further put this in context, look at Meta's announcements yesterday.
Here's the thing. I think we're seeing a lot of people turn on LGBT issues in America, which is a really bad thing. I'm a huge supporter of that. But I think that we're seeing a big shift Big shift. And no, it's not. No, y'all don't. Am I
don't
the only
get
one that's seeing this? Are y'all seeing this too, or is it just me? I'm seeing it
that people are no longer afraid to speak out. I don't know.
too. Yeah, I'm seeing it. There's a big shift worldwide. Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's not just me. Not everybody, but all right. I'm not crazy. I guarantee you that if the public sentiment against LGBT gets worse and it turns out to be like most people don't like it anymore, you know what you're going to stop seeing? Rainbow Pride Month flags for all of the...
I doubt that that's gonna stop. Again, the people in power, the people with the billions, literally BlackRock's CEO is on camera and saying, yeah, people don't like this, but we don't care. We're gonna force you to like this, either you like it or not. I mean, they have the money.
These companies, they're just going to stop celebrating it. They're going to just stop doing it because it's not popular. They all just pander. Yeah, they don't.
And it's not just BlackRock. It's Vanguard. It's Chase and whatever that name is. It's all of these companies. All of them do it.
Really care about any of these issues. They would sell gay people out to people that want to stone them and execute them for money. And then after they did it and they made a lot of money, the shareholders would vote for them to do it again.
It is integrating its AI assistant into its family of apps. It also announced the arrival of Llama 3, the next version of its open source large language model.
3?
So goalposts here, they are shifting very quickly. And Google seems to understand that it needs to get its house in order so that it can keep up or take back the lead, which some feel that
exactly. Because like the thing is, as I said, I think that in order to compete with AI, they have to do things that you probably shouldn't do. But the thing is that if they don't do it, another company will do it and they will beat them. Nobody cares about like how things happened. People only...
By the way, effectively, this is also kind of showing a bigger problem. I don't think he understands this, but effectively, it's like this. First one to make general AI or anything even remotely powerful enough just gets to dominate the world. That's effectively what we're saying. And I don't think Google has to worry about something like as pitiful and, mannersome like Facebook actually doing it. Yeah, maybe Facebook does have the support from the alien reptilians because Zuckerberg clearly cannot be human. But it doesn't matter. Google literally has spent more than 20 billion, I think, in facilities, infrastructure, and whatnot for AI. They have a nano computer. Or is it a nano? Or do they have just a quantum computer? I don't remember, but they had one of the cool ones. I don't remember, is it a nano or quantum or whatever. I definitely think that they remember them having a quantum computer. But yeah, they're kind of working on more of this stuff. And Google is ahead of everyone. So I would not be... I don't think Google cares about this too much. I think they're just tired of dealing with these idiots, and that's kind of it.
Only care that they have.
Because, again... You start hiring these woke idiots, they're going to lower the quality of your business. Because they're going to hire other woke people instead of people who are actually good at the job. And I think that's the only problem that Google actually is finding here. That's it. They don't actually care about anyone's politics. They're just pissed because, the quality of their specialists is dropping because of woke BS.
So if there's some Chinese company that doesn't give a fuck about any of this stuff and they create a product that's way better, everybody's going to just go start using that one. Nobody's going to care about like, oh, but this is unethical. Nobody gives a shit. If they did, they wouldn't have been buying phones.
China is so behind on AI tech, it's not even funny. China's like... well, not 10, but 5-ish years behind on microchip development. Their technological advancement has been stunted beyond belief. And it's just propaganda where you see that China is this amazing, glorious place of advancement and shit. It's all lies.
They wouldn't have been buying the shirts for like $6. Come on.
Given up. Now, how it impacts the financials, the stock, the race will be certainly playing out at the top and bottom lines of the mega.
No, if I was an investor, I would be happy. I would be happy because it shows that they're not going to let this shit get in the way, and they're going to do whatever it takes to make money. Absolutely.
As we have been tracking, and in particular, I will be looking for more of this kind of commentary or hints of a tougher Google, a Google on the offense, which I've been talking a lot about when it reports next week. It's Tuesday. Also reports how
the only one they're on the offense against is the public.
Its cash cow is being.
Oh boy, if this goes good. Nvidia. Oh no, it's a little bit. Okay. Tesla, good. Meta, good. Alphabet, good. Microsoft, good. Amazon, I don't own Amazon actually. And Apple. I do own Apple. So yeah, good. Let's hope for the best.
Impacted by the competition. You can see on your screen, guys, we've got the Magnificent Seven coming up. It is going to be a very, very busy few weeks filled with lots of mentions on their AI strategies and monetization that could once again flip this race.
Yeah, I wanted to show that.
What's up, everybody?
Because I thought it was funny. I think that a lot of the people that work at these companies that think that they're some kind of good person for working at one of these companies, it's time for a reality check. Like you were.
Bruh, they invented these companies to be social advocates, okay? Again, the reason why woke actually infects places is because what do woke people actually do typically? Well, they're teachers and they are HR departments and they're marketing and whatnot. And this is actually an extremely powerful trifecta of things to start dominating stuff. Because if you're in control of HR, guess what, Buttercup? You can control who gets hired. AKA, you can fire people with similar or, exactly the same beliefs as you. And you don't have to give a shit if they're qualified or not. Because HR can make any excuse ever to not hire anyone. So that's also already a big thing. Second of all, marketing. If you own marketing in your ideological structure, guess what? You can literally hire Dylan Mulvaney to destroy your brand, aka Bud Light, and then they destroyed something else, I don't remember. But that's what you do when you're an activist and you are in these things, because these are the things that govern who gets hired in a company. They can govern who gets fired in a company, and they represent the public, the public thinks they see, and the public thinks that is good. So all of that is pretty crazy, and that's not even considering the educational system, which they desperately need, because woke idiots don't have children, thankfully, and if they do, typically their kids kind of, find, ropes and tree branches, and, then nature takes its course. That's typically what's happening to them also.
You're never on anybody who you think is important's side. You were just on the side of the company that it was convenient for them to be on your side at the time. Am I the only one that doesn't want the companies I buy from to have any influence or say in social medias whatsoever? I actually agree with you. I think that, and I've talked about this a lot. I even made a video about this, but I didn't talk about it directly. It was like a point in the video. Is that I actually really hate whenever companies get involved in social issues. The reason why I hate it is because it pollutes the social issue. It takes some sort of actual real legitimate social issue like racism, homophobia, like transsexuals,
all made up garbage that no one should care about, by the way. Okay, Asmongold's gonna go woke here for a minute. We're gonna skip that and say we don't care. Anyway, that was Chicken Man. This was Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye-bye.